What does it mean to truly see yourself? Not the version others expect, but the raw, unfiltered truth that stirs in your quiet moments. Most live their lives as shadows, shaped by voices that aren't their own. A liberated mind dares to step into the light, even when it burns. The world rewards those who blend in, who nod along, who shrink to fit. But when you refuse to shrink, you become a mirror, reflecting others' fears back at them. This isn't about rebellion for its own sake. It's about the courage to question what everyone else accepts as truth. Imagine a life where your thoughts aren't borrowed, your values aren't inherited. That freedom is intoxicating, but it comes with a weight few can bear. When you start to think for yourself, the crowd grows restless. Your clarity exposes their compromises and they'll try to pull you back. Nietzsche once said the individual is a battlefield. Every step toward authenticity is a war against the comfort of conformity. You've felt it, haven't you? That quiet ache when you realize the life you're living might not be yours. The path to a liberated mind begins in discomfort. It's in the moments you question everything that you start to find yourself. Society doesn't fear the loud or the violent. It fears the quiet ones who see through its illusions and walk away. To build a mind that stands alone, you must first embrace the chaos within. Only in that chaos can you forge something unbreakable. Pain isn't your enemy, it's your teacher. Each wound carves space for a deeper understanding of who you are. Most people run from their doubts, seeking refuge in distraction. But doubt is the doorway to truth, if you're brave enough to walk through. The liberated mind doesn't seek approval. It seeks alignment with a truth that feels like fire in your veins. When you stop apologizing for your existence, something shifts. The world no longer dictates your worth, you do. Nietzsche's Death of God wasn't about religion alone. It was about killing the crutches we lean on to avoid responsibility for our lives. Without those crutches, you're left with radical freedom. Terrifying, yes, but it's the only soil where true strength grows. You are the creator of your meaning, your purpose. No one else can hand it to you, and that's both the burden and the gift. The liberated mind doesn't follow paths carved by others. It cuts its own, even when the thorns draw blood. Solitude is the crucible where this mind is forged. In silence, you meet the parts of yourself you've been taught to hide. Most fear being alone because it forces them to face their emptiness. But emptiness is just space, waiting for you to fill it with meaning. The stronger you become, the more you'll feel like an outsider. That's not failure. It's proof you're no longer bound by the herd. People won't always understand your transformation. They'll call you distant, arrogant, strange, anything to make your growth feel wrong. But their discomfort isn't your burden to carry. It's a sign you're becoming something they can't yet comprehend. A liberated mind doesn't just think differently, it lives differently. Every choice becomes a declaration of who you are. Nietzsche's Übermensch isn't a myth or a superhero. It's the person who dares to live by their own values no matter the cost. This path demands sacrifice. You'll lose connections, comforts, and the illusion of certainty, but you'll gain something far greater. What you gain is sovereignty over yourself. A mind that answers to no one but its own truth is a force of nature. The world will try to tame you, to make you doubt your fire. It will whisper that fitting in is easier, safer, better. But safety is a cage, and ease is a slow death. A liberated mind chooses the struggle because it knows what's at stake. Mediocrity doesn't attack with fists. It attacks with whispers. It plants seeds of doubt, hoping you'll water them with fear. When you rise above the crowd, you become a target. Not because you're wrong, but because your existence challenges their complacency. Nietzsche warned of the slave morality that glorifies weakness. It's the system that punishes those who dare to shine too brightly. You've seen it in small ways. Sneers, side glances, subtle jabs. These are the tools of a world that fears your potential. But their resistance only proves your power. A mind that provokes is a mind that creates ripples, even in still waters. To walk this path, you must learn to love the struggle, not because it's noble, but because it's the only way to become whole. Every time you choose authenticity over approval, you grow stronger. Each choice is a brick in the fortress of your mind. The liberated mind doesn't seek to destroy others. It seeks to create itself, and in doing so, it reshapes the world. You'll lose people along the way, and that's okay. Those who stay will be the ones who see the real you and don't flinch. Solitude isn't punishment, it's preparation. In the quiet, you learn to hear your own voice above the noise of the world. The world will always try to pull you back to the middle. Your job is to keep climbing even when the air gets thin. A liberated mind is dangerous because it's free. It doesn't bend to guilt, shame, or the weight of others' expectations. Nietzsche believed true strength lies in creating your own values. Not adopting them, not borrowing them, creating them from within. This creation is lonely, painful, transformative, but it's also the only way to live a life that feels like yours. You're not here to be liked or understood by everyone. You're here to become someone you can respect when you look in the mirror. The journey to a liberated mind never ends. Each step forward reveals new battles, new truths, new versions of yourself. What's the alternative? A life of quiet resignation, where you trade your fire for the comfort of fitting in? You've already felt the stirrings of something greater. That restlessness inside you isn't a flaw, it's a call to rise. This isn't about becoming untouchable or perfect. It's about becoming so rooted in your truth that no storm can uproot you. So here's my question for you, and I want you to sit with it. What is one truth you've been hiding, afraid it might set you apart?